Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to NXT. And now tonight, we kick us off with Wardlow. Going to be taking on Bryan Danielson. The last couple weeks, he has been taking out Cesaro and Jon Moxley. He defeated Cesaro pretty quickly, couple-minute matchup, but when it came to Jon Moxley's Extreme Rules match, goodness sake, they went to war. But Wardlow ended up being too much for Jon Moxley that night. And now Wardlow has to go through another superstar tonight of the Blackpool Combat Club, that being Bryan Danielson. We all know about Bryan Danielson on SmackDown, his lengthy career that Bryan Danielson came back there and won the WWE Championship multiple times. Certainly one of the best careers here in series history, with the amount of matches he's had, and certainly coming to NXT, certainly been a bright spot, joining up with the Blackpool Combat Club, being a former tag team champion here with Jon Moxley here in the NXT tag team division. But it's ever seems since Wardlow has kind of turned his back and started attacking the Blackpool Combat Club, the Blackpool Combat Club haven't been really able to focus on stuff that they want to, and they're focusing on this monster right here, Wardlow. And coming up, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be coming up very, very quickly in just a couple weeks' time at Halloween Havoc, the NXT Takeover event. Wardlow is going to have a gauntlet matchup. Now, these last 3 weeks, it's going to be all combined into one night. These three superstars, Bryan Danielson, Jon Moxley, and Cesaro, will all run a gauntlet on Wardlow. But if Wardlow loses to one of them, the gauntlet stops. So Wardlow, instead of having to do it 3 weeks in a row, he's going to have to do it all in one night. And certainly if Wardlow can, defeat Bryan Danielson tonight, this technical machine that he is, certainly that will start solidifying Wardlow as a threat. But certainly the cherry on top of the sundae is if Wardlow can survive Bryan Danielson, Jon Moxley, and Cesaro all in the same night, back to back to back. But first off, he's going to have to focus on Bryan Danielson right here, right now. I cannot wait for NXT TakeOver Halloween Havoc. It's going to be Halloween Havoc, ladies and gentlemen. Halloween Havoc weekend. That's 2 weeks from basically Saturday. It's going to be Halloween Havoc for NXT, and then you got Halloween Havoc for the Monday Night Raw roster. I cannot wait to see how that's all going to pan out. Monday Night Raw is certainly building up a massive pay-per-view there. Cannot wait to see how that's going to turn up. But here we go. Wardlow and Bryan Danielson. How is Wardlow going to fare against the technical machine? Referee ringing the bell. Here we go. Wardlow taking on Bryan Danielson, one of the most technically sound wrestlers in the world today. As now, here we go. Wardlow, the big strength of power, takes down Bryan Danielson. Now, this matchup isn't going to be the only big matchup tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We have a massive number one contenders matchup tonight, where the winner faces Pretty Deadly for the NXT Tag Team Championships at Halloween Havoc. It'll be the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, taking on the new Undisputed ERA, Adam Cole and Adam Page. Like I mentioned, the winner goes on to Halloween Havoc to challenge for the NXT Tag Team Championships. And talking about the NXT Tag Team Champions, Pretty Deadly are here tonight. They'll be addressing the winner of the NXT Tag Team Championships, or I should say the number one contenders matchup. Also, later on tonight, Sonya Deville. She's in action. She'll be taking on the winner, or runner-up, I should say, of the Women's Breakout Tournament, as Sonya Deville takes on Zoe Stark. Oh my goodness, Wardlow coming up a bit short on that plancha. Also, Tiffany Stratton, the actual winner of the Women's Breakout Tournament, she's in action against Roxanne Perez. And for Tiffany Stratton, she looks to build up momentum. She'll be taking on Cora Jade coming up in just a couple weeks' time for that NXT Women's Championship at Halloween Havoc. Also, Toxic Attraction is here. They will be addressing the not only NXT Women's Championship, Tag Team Championship division, but she will be addressing the main roster Tag Team Championships too. Because coming up at Halloween Havoc, ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing a unification matchup between Toxic Attraction and the team of either Becky Lynch and Asuka or Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey. So it's bound to be one hell of a matchup at that pay-per-view. Is what a counter there from Bryan Danielson. Now Bryan gonna go with that armbar submission hold here. Wardlow may have to tap out. We just don't know how much damage is done to that arm. But certainly not enough. Wardlow flexing on Bryan Danielson. Probably not the best to do to the technical magician that is known as Bryan Danielson. Pinfall opportunity. Referee in position, the shoulders are down, but a big strong kick out from Wardlow. Bryan trying to get the crowd behind him. A perfect opportunity for Bryan Danielson here. Springboard cutter out of nowhere, pulling all sorts of stuff out of his repertoire, but a strong kick out at one. Wardlow is not going down without a massive fight. And now Bryan, you can feel some revenge with those punches right to the temple of Wardlow. Wardlow slow, trying to get up to his feet. He's trying to get up. Bryan, I don't know what exactly he may have in store, but he's certainly trying to keep Wardlow down enough to maybe he's thinking that running knee. I'm not quite sure, but right now it seems like he's going to the well quite a bit here. But Wardlow is he's just too much of a big man to really stay down too long. Big reversal from Wardlow. I think Bryan was maybe thinking that the Danielson lock there. Wardlow, the strength, the power of this young man, making it look so easy. Look at this. Yeah, not many superstars can make that look so easy, but Wardlow is one of them. Kick to the midsection. Wardlow now. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Absolutely velocity on the way down. Is that it? No, Bryan Danielson kicks out, stays in this matchup, and look at Wardlow. He's frustrated. He believes that Bryan should have stayed down. And now Wardlow looking to end it right here, right now. F10 to Bryan. Is this it? 1, 2. No, he kicked out again. And now the frustration is bound to be brewing for Wardlow right now. It is not easy to keep this man down. This certainly might help. Just the pounding of the chest, trying to cave it in here. The crowd here in Orlando, Florida, just going along with it. Certainly they absolutely love when these superstars beat the living crap out of each other. Certainly a lot on the line. Certainly revenge. Blackpool Combat Club would love to just decimate Wardlow after what Wardlow has done to not just Cesaro but Jon Moxley last week in that big Extreme Rules matchup. Wardlow now in the corner. Oh my goodness. Did you see that velocity, the speed of Wardlow on that bad boy? Wardlow going high risk here. I don't think this is needed. This could be a make or break moment on the top of this rope here. Wardlow, big flying shoulder tackle. A big haymaker from Bryan. Another big time armbar situation. At least it slows down the matchup in the favor of Bryan to where he's going to start focusing on that arm quite a bit. Why not? Ooh, Inseguri key reversal again in this matchup. Gotta love this back and forth stuff. Certainly, these two know each other quite well. I think if Wardlow didn't do what he did by, turning his back on the Blackpool Combat Club, I think Wardlow would have eventually gotten his opportunity. But he believes that, just standing in the back and, letting everybody else get the opportunity, he believes he's missing out on everything. Which, if you don't get your opportunities, if you don't, get many opportunities and whatever else, you can't really showcase what you have in your arsenal if you don't get your opportunities. And now Bryan with the running knee strike to Wardlow Is that gonna be enough? 2. No, Wardlow kicks out at 2.5, and Bryan cannot believe it. Crowd is saying fight forever. Certainly this has been a high octane offensive matchup right now. Wardlow's put it all on the line, so is Bryan. A big Pele kick to Wardlow's face there, and now that single leg submission hold here. Pivotal moment in this matchup. Will Bryan make Wardlow tap out? He's in the middle of the ring. There's nowhere close to go unless he grabs the referee somehow. But Wardlow trying to just fight for his life here. How much damage was done to that left knee? He could barely put any weight on it at this moment. It's these vicious knees right to the ribs. I don't know if Wardlow can go to the well, try to pick up Bryan. Uh-oh. Wardlow over the top rope he goes! And that one for sure connected. What a plancha there from Wardlow. Oh no, this ain't good. Oh no, not on the apron. Come on. Yeah, but maybe that's starting to wake up Bryan here. Both men are certainly one big maneuver away from putting away their opponent, you gotta believe. It's a great way to open up NXT, ladies and gentlemen. 2 absolute superstars that are bringing their A game. You got Bryan Danielson, like we mentioned, multi-time WWE champion. Wardlow, an up-and-coming superstar here at NXT, and is trying to make sure this is his breakout moment. As both men, oh, look at that. The agility with that leapfrog. Bryan was trying to go for that left or right knee. Didn't work out in his favor. Wardlow now going to go after Bryan. Seems like Bryan was kind of in his own daze right now. He was kind of in trouble there. And coming up still tonight, your massive main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, as your NXT champion Kenny Omega teams up with the Icon Sting and Mustafa Ali. Those 3 will be teaming up to face off with MJF, Rusev, and Christian. And for Halloween Havoc, all 3 of those superstars will have matches, as we'll be seeing NXT champion Kenny Omega. He'll be in action taking on MJF. Rusev takes on Sting, and Mustafa Ali takes on Christian, and Wardlow walks out victorious with a powerbomb to Bryan Danielson. What a matchup between these two, putting it all on the line. Bryan just was taunting Wardlow at the very end. Wardlow didn't seem too happy about it, and he hits him with that release powerbomb. Hit that with a bunch of force, and it was game over right there. Wardlow with 3 wins over all 3 members of the Blackpool Combat Club. But how will he fare when he gets into a gauntlet matchup at Halloween Havoc, ladies and gentlemen? Let me know. Can Wardlow survive in just a couple weeks' time? Now it's time for some women's action, as Zoe Stark will be taking on Sonya Deville. Sonya Deville will be taking on Piper Niven in just a couple weeks' time, live there at Halloween Havoc. We'll see if Zoe Stark can maybe put a little wrench into the plans of Sonya Deville tonight, just before her big matchup in a couple weeks' time. Zoe Stark was impressive in the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament, coming up a bit short in a loss to Tiffany Stratton, but I think Zoe Stark definitely has plenty of big future here, especially in NXT or whatever brand she ever may be a part of. This woman is literally going to be the future of this business, I believe. If she gets some big wins going, certainly I believe that she can definitely be the top of NXT. But certainly it's got a lot of young women, a lot of women trying to prove themselves here in NXT. The opportunity is now, as there is Sonya Deville with Chelsea Green. And this is all coming to a head with recently, Sonya Deville and Doudrop. They were a tag team. They were challenging for the tag team championships. Long story short, basically they lost. Sonya Deville turned on Doudrop, and the matchup next was Doudrop defending her NXT Women's Championship, and Piper Niven didn't even get a chance to defend her Women's Championship. It was supposed to be in a triple threat matchup. Well, the matchup started. Doudrop, or I should say Piper Niven / Doudrop, she didn't get the opportunity to come down and do it, and it came down to Roxanne and Cora Jade, and Cora Jade walked out as the new NXT Women's Champion. As here we go, Zoe Stark versus Sonya Deville. Here we go. Can Zoe Stark end the plans for Sonya Deville, or is Sonya Deville just getting started here? Oh my goodness! What a lariat from Zoe Stark, turning Sonya Deville inside out, and then the springboard crossbody turning her out as well. And a big old DDT just for good measure as well. Zoe Stark trying to get this Orlando, Florida crowd all behind her. But for Zoe, you can't band with the crowd too much right now. You got to stay on Zoe here. You have to. You cannot give Sonya Deville any time to recuperate, or certainly this woman will be able to change it around on you. Let's look at these big old haymakers to the temple. Can do anything in her power to walk out victorious in this matchup. But when it comes to Sonya Deville and Piper Niven, I believe, you know, there's plenty of potential with those. It could have been a trio, you know, Sonya, Chelsea, and Piper Niven, but well, we never got that. At least for not very long anyway. And Sonya Deville is just eating this up right now. Oh, Chelsea Green gonna help out Sonya maybe. Big haymaker from Sonya. And coming up very soon, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to get Tiffany Stratton in action. She'll be taking on Roxanne Perez. The undefeated Tiffany Stratton, she looks to continue to be undefeated all the way up to NXT Takeover Halloween Havoc, where she looks to continue her streak all the way through that and walk out NXT Women's Champion. Pinfall opportunity early from Sonya, but a strong kick out from Zoe. And now, oh, big reversal now. This is what Zoe needs to be more a little bit of aggressive in this moment. Certainly Zoe Stark does not want to have her momentum ended with that loss to Tiffany Stratton. She wants to build off what she had, that momentum that she had for a good couple weeks there. Pinfall 2, strong kick out from Sonya. And of course Sonya Deville wants to continue her momentum, not only just because, you know, she was former women's tag team champions, but certainly, you know, Sonya wants to branch out and become the NXT Women's Champion here. And I believe, you know, she's a couple big wins away from getting that opportunity. As Zoe Stark, frog splash, no! She misses the frog splash, and now it's time for Sonya Deville, possibly. Oh, look at this. Oh, big elbow to the chest there. Zoe Stark is in trouble. Sonya, is she going to try to go for the pinfall here? Big opportunity. Referee making sure she is in position too. No! She stays in the matchup a little bit longer, and Sonya maybe going to try to make her pay at this moment. Oh, look at this. The submission hold. A little bit of a triangle choke here. Trying to make Sonya or Zoe Stark tap out. Zoe Stark, she's very close to the ropes, I believe. But can she even grab it? Or at least put her feet out? But trying to fight out of it as much as she can as she gets out of it. But how much damage was done to that shoulder blade? Very physical women's matchup. And you gotta believe wherever Piper Niven is watching this matchup, she's bound to be glued to this TV monitor. A big time matchup unfolding right here, right now. So we start looking right out this front row here in Orlando, trying to get this crowd to fire up, trying to let that crowd just ooze off that energy so that Zoe can use that to put away Sonya in this matchup. Referee, I believe she just said she's at a 5, but I don't think Zoe cares at this moment. Going to look to inflict as much damage as she can. Zoe, a former women's tag team champion with Nikita Lyons. Zoe now looking to go high risk. Uh-oh. Oh, and a big elbow to the lower back there. Plenty of damage has been done to that back. Will it be enough with that elbow? No. Have to do a little bit more to put away a woman like Sonya Deville. And, well, this might be it right here. Knee to the face. Knockout blow. Is that it? Yes, it is. Zoe Stark with a massive win over Sonya Deville in singles action tonight. We'll see where Zoe Stark tried to go for that frog splash early on. Didn't work out. He was able to get out of that triangle choke, which would seem to try to slow her down. But look at that knee to the temple, and it was all she wrote with the 1, 2, and 3. Zoe Stark still celebrating, and Chelsea Green, oh my goodness, what a stomp. And now Chelsea Green bringing the fight to Zoe Stark here. Oh, she misses the strike there. But Zoe going to try and put her in her place. Here comes Zoe Stark now. Oh, and a big super kick there. And again. Oh, but Chelsea Green, though, one step ahead of her. Oh, no, 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 no. Chelsea Green, unprettier there to Zoe Stark. Well, we haven't really seen too much from Chelsea Green as of late, ever since joining up, but certainly she's getting her money's worth tonight. Look at this, Chelsea Green laying out Zoe Stark and certainly helping out Sonya Deville, her partner. Crowd chanting one more time. I'm surprised Chelsea Green didn't give it to her, but Chelsea Green lays out Zoe Stark. Feel pretty good about yourself, Chelsea, huh? Well, how about this? Next week, myself and Zoe Stark against you and Sonya, where we actually have each other's back. Won't have to worry about any blindside attacks or anything like that. We'll see you guys next week, live on NXT. If you guys want to decide to show up there and accept our challenge, we'll be there waiting for you. So, toodaloo. I'm really looking forward to that possible matchup next week. Piper Niven is going to team up with Zoe Stark to take on Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. Well, certainly we'll see if Sonya and Chelsea Green will show up to that after that brutal, heinous assault from Chelsea Green to Zoe Stark. Hate to see that type of stuff, but well, the show must go on. Unfortunately, as now Roxanne, the former women's champion here in NXT, the prodigy of NXT. She is in action and should be taking on the undefeated Tiffany Stratton. We're looking forward to this matchup right here, ladies and gentlemen. A marquee matchup that you would probably definitely see on a pay-per-view, but we're seeing it live here tonight, live on NXT, where Tiffany Stratton's undefeated streak is going to be on the line. Can she continue to be undefeated? This is a big time opportunity for this young woman right here. She continues to impress not just me, but the NXT general manager, Bret the Hitman Hart. We were able to actually talk to Bret Hart about Tiffany Stratton. He said he's very impressed how she carries herself, and if she continues to look the way she does, she will definitely be NXT Women's Champion. But she's going to have to continue to work hard, train hard, and the results will be proven. It's coming from the NXT general manager, Bret the Hitman Hart. So big words from the general manager, a WWE Hall of Famer, and Bret the Hitman Hart. So if you get words from WWE Hall of Famers that are giving you kind words, certainly you're going in the right direction, despite you're not caring about anyone's feelings, and you're only caring about yourself. It's all about Tiffany Stratton, and it's all about money and championships with this woman and that undefeated streak. Referee ringing the bell. Here we go. Roxanne Perez and Tiffany Stratton. Big time singles matchup in the women's division. Obviously, not only is this a big match for Tiffany Stratton, who will be challenging for the NXT Women's Championship in just a couple weeks' time, but certainly for Roxanne, certainly looking to rebound after losing last week to Blair Davenport and just kind of wants to stay above water right now. Both of these women are certainly two of the best. At least Tiffany Stratton, she doesn't have as much experience considering what Roxanne Perez does, but certainly she's undefeated so far, and we'll see if she can continue that all the way to the NXT Takeover pay-per-view that comes up in just a couple weeks' time. Tiffany now, big kick to that middle of that back there is certainly going to help loosen up Roxanne this whole matchup. See what kind of possible situation that Tiffany Stratton does in this matchup, what she wants to really focus on. And still to come tonight, we're going to be hearing from Pretty Deadly. They'll be addressing the NXT #1 contenders. Whoever walk out, either it's going to be the Young Bucks or the Undisputed ERA, Adam Cole and Adam Page. As well as also tonight, we're going to be hearing from Toxic Attraction. Oh no, Tiffany Stratton with a bad landing there. Looks like Roxanne going to be able to capitalize. Hopefully Tiffany isn't too hurt with that situation. That was a awful situation. Tiffany seems like she's okay though, but one of those landings like that from high risk over probably at least maybe, I don't know, 8-9 feet up in the air like that is absolutely crazy. Still to come tonight, we also have a massive main event. We've already mentioned it, but certainly a match that we're going to be seeing all 6 competitors go at it live there at Halloween Havoc in a couple weeks, where Kenny Omega and Mr. MJF will go at it for the NXT Championship. Certainly a lot to prove for Kenny Omega. MJF is starting to get in the head of Kenny Omega, even playing not only just mind games, but physical altercations with Kenny Omega as well. So we'll see how Kenny does tonight when he gets in the ring with MJF, if they actually do start off the matchup together. And Tiffany again just rubbing it in this crowd here, not only in Roxanne, but everyone here in Orlando, Florida. Tiffany Stratton now. Look for some good old snake eyes right on that top turnbuckle. Certainly not going to be feeling the best, but Roxanne continuing the fight. Calling herself the Prodigy, certainly knows exactly what she's doing in this business. A former NXT Women's Champion, former NXT Women's Tag Team Champion with Cora Jade. Before that, decided to go downhill. It's Tiffany Stratton. Oh no, she misses the Swanton's bomb. But now look, I was going to say maybe she's going to be able to be one step ahead of Roxanne, but Roxanne staying in this matchup still. It's been a highly contested matchup. Both of these women have been looking great here so far. Irish whip off the ropes. Here comes Tiffany and Roxanne, but again a stalemate between both the women. You can definitely feel this matchup is definitely getting to both of these women. Oh, gonna go for a scoop slam, but Roxanne again one step ahead of Tiffany. Oh, a little bit of a crossface possibly? Yes, we do. A little bit of a crossface to Tiffany Stratton. Will Tiffany have to tap out and suffer her first ever loss here in NXT? But no, she stays in the matchup. How much damage is done, though, is going to be a big question here. Certainly both these women are putting it all on the line so far. That's what you'd love to see. Yes. Oh, wait a minute. Tiffany Stratton. Oh, what a corkscrew maneuver, turning Roxanne inside out, and that is enough. Impressive victory tonight over a woman like Roxanne. Former NXT Women's Champion, and Tiffany Stratton continues her winning ways, her undefeated streak here. Look at that corkscrew right there on the ribs of Roxanne, and Roxanne could not get her shoulders up. And Tiffany gets a massive win, ladies and gentlemen. Can Tiffany Stratton knock off Cora Jade for the NXT Women's Championship coming up in just a couple weeks' time, or will Cora Jade continue the generation of Jade? We're hearing a lot of people doubting us and really wondering why exactly we would want to give away our championships and kind of unify our championships with the main roster Women's Tag Team Championships. The answer is simple. We're dominant. We're the most dominant tag team in all of WWE, and I don't see why we can't take it away from Becky and Asuka or Ronda and Shayna. Whoever does walk out with those Women's Tag Team Championships this Sunday at Night of Champions We'll see you live at NXT Takeover Halloween Havoc, and just be sure you keep those championships nice and warm for us, because it won't be long before everything becomes all toxic on all three brands. And just so that you guys don't forget, myself and JC Jane here, we got ourselves some tickets tonight at Champions, so we'll make sure we get ourselves some good seats for that championship matchup. But don't think for 1 second we aren't afraid to jump in that ring and show you how toxic we really are. We'll see you Sunday, ladies. Now it is time to see who is going to be taking on Pretty Deadly for the NXT Tag Team Championships live there at Halloween Havoc in just a couple weeks' time, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really looking forward to this matchup right now. The Young Bucks versus the Undisputed Era, Adam Cole and Adam Page. Both these teams know each other very, very well out of WWE. Certainly had some tough tests against each other and worked well as allies here. But now tonight, these guys will have to go at it against each other to become the #1 contenders. This is going to be a tough test for Matt and Nick Jackson of the Young Bucks, but certainly these guys have done the best of the best and certainly have won all the tag team championships you can think of, but they have not won it here in WWE, not here in NXT or Raw or SmackDown. But with them signing here to WWE, that's the plan. Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks to take over all of WWE. We'll see how that will fare, as there's Adam Page and Adam Cole. Bye-bye. And certainly we've already listed off of major accomplishments for Adam Page. We don't have to go through it. Or for Adam Cole, I should say. But Adam Page, he's a whole different story. Since Kenny Omega decided not to accept Adam Cole on his offer, Adam Page took it, and we'll see if he will be able to basically cash in that opportunity, essentially, and will it lead him to being the top guy here in NXT. He's going to have to go through a lot of big-name superstars, ladies and gentlemen, to be that guy. But working with Adam Page, or Adam Page working with Adam Cole, I think this is going to be a good partnership, this new Undisputed Era. Used to be Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong, but we haven't seen those guys in a very long time. Adam Cole coming to NXT here, and you got Adam Page, newly signed to NXT. He's been here for a couple months, had a handful of matches, but certainly with Adam Cole at his side, certainly the sky is the limit for Adam Page. Maybe one day Adam Page may be a Royal Rumble winner just like Adam Cole, or a WWE champion. And maybe Adam Cole will be able to get Adam Page to main event a WrestleMania like Adam Cole did. Where Adam Cole won the WWE Championship from Johnny Gargano. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The Young Bucks versus the Undisputed Era. Referee rings the bell. Here we go. Oh, big slap across the chest there from Adam Page. Snapmare takedown. Ooh, and a big kick there from Matt Jackson. Going for a big punch there, but Adam Page with his own version of those clubbing forearm blows. You know this matchup is going to be very physical. Going to be super kick happy as well. As Adam Cole going right after the knee there of Matt Jackson. Oh my goodness. A jumping kick to the face. That is going to be feeling that one in the morning. Certainly going to have some loose teeth going. We'll have to go to a local tooth surgeon possibly and get some new teeth after that jump kick. And now Matt with a big time suplex takes down Adam Cole momentarily. Adam Cole and the whole Undisputed Era, they were all tag team champions. Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly dominated the tag team division. Certainly was very, very impressive. And Undisputed, they ran NXT, especially Adam Cole, multi-time NXT champion. This man was dominant. And certainly when you think of NXT, you growing up, I mean, certainly we had the biggest of names: Drew McIntyre, Adam Cole, Robert Roode, as a big DDT. Oh my God, Adam Cole's not playing around. He's coming at all the Jacksons here. But and you know, I could list tag teams, men's, women's, all the divisions. Man, it was absolutely one of the best times to be in NXT, and then NXT having a little bit of a restructure and just trying to rebuild around, and certainly we got that, but a lot of them are, you know, starting to, you know, figure out who they are, and certainly a lot of change in NXT with a lot of those younger superstars going to Raw and SmackDown, and the NXT roster basically trying to figure out the next generation of talent. You're seeing the Braun Breakers, the Carmelo Hayes, the Grayson Wallers, those type of names going up to the main roster. See how they fare when they get to those rosters, as Adam Page gets tagged in the matchup here. Oh, what a big spear out of nowhere there. And now, this is not going to be good. Oh, but Adam Page right there, not going to allow Nick Jackson, just going to sit there and go to town on his tag team partner. Obviously, all four superstars do know each other quite well, like I've mentioned. And when you think of this matchup, you're going to see a lot of back and forth, certainly. A lot of maneuvers where, you gotta expect these superstars to pull some different move sets out of their repertoire. Really dig down deep, because these guys know each other so well. You know, okay, I don't think he knows this maneuver, or maybe I gotta do this maneuver. You just gotta try to outsmart the other tag team. And oh, look at that enziguri into it. Got a head scissors takedown there of Matt Jackson. Oh, or a big kick to the knee, and now the Shining Wizard of the Temple is Adam Cole and Adam Page going to Halloween Havoc, but not yet. Still plenty more to go in this fantastic tag team matchup so far. I think for Adam Cole, I think maybe he was trying to test the water of this matchup, kind of see where the Young Bucks are in this matchup. Now Adam Page going to work here. These big clubbing blows to the temple of Mr. Matt Jackson. Adam Page now high risk. Does he really need to do this? Oh, yes he does. It works out in his favor. Pinfall opportunity. Can he steal it? Oh! I thought that was going to be a 3. Adam Page trying to get this Orlando, Florida crowd all behind him, and the sold-out capacity crowd here in Orlando. Been a terrific event from top to bottom. Hold on a minute. Adam Cole gonna drop him right on top of his knee. Absolutely vicious. Doesn't get any better than that. Big reversal from Matt Jackson, realizing Adam Cole may have been possibly thinking Panama Sunrise. Doesn't mean he was actually going to, as a big super kick out of nowhere. Will that be enough? 1, 2. Adam Cole, 2.5, able to survive momentarily. And this crowd here in Orlando absolutely loving what they're seeing, chanting tag team wrestling, and you're certainly getting 2 tag teams that certainly know how to get it done in tag team action. It's a big super kick to the Temple of Cole. Pinfall opportunity, but Adam Page is right there to break it up. It's definitely going to be a super kick party if the Young Bucks have it their way. For Adam Cole and Adam Page, they got to be very careful to see where they're at in this matchup at all, because they start getting to Super Kick City. I mean, it's going to be very tough. I thought maybe we're going to see a bulldog, but a fantastic maneuver nonetheless there from Mr. Nick Jackson. Adam Page now just going to slowly dissect Nick Jackson. I think for Adam Cole, I mean, I would let Adam Page try to get something going here, but Cole gets himself tagged back in the ring. Like I said, yes, you gotta definitely stay up with the frequent tags, keep each other fresh, but certainly there comes a time where there's a superstar in the matchup longer than the others. You probably should, stay in your match, stay in the matchup for him so that he can recuperate. But I digress. There's a big old clubbing blow to the back there. Trying to slowly keep Adam Cole down, but Cole one step ahead of him. And now Cole again going to get the tag. Frequent tags from the Undisputed Era the later this matchup goes here. Off the ropes. Oh, drop kick. It stunned him, but it didn't stun him enough to keep him down. Adam Page. Oh, the agility shown off display and an absolute beauty of a power slam there. But now he's going to let the tag team partner come in. Misses the boot. Had it well scouted. Both men having that well scouted as well. A lot of back and forth. You absolutely got to love that right now, especially this late in the matchup. Uh-oh. About to do some cowboy stuff, but looks like the tag team, Matt and Nick Jackson, certainly were able to block that attempt at whatever Adam Page was setting up. It looked like maybe it could have been a suicide dive, could have been a plancha, you just don't know. Oh, and another spear out of nowhere. Those spears are working quite well for Matt and Nick Jackson in this matchup. Face to face. Uh-oh. Adam Page tried doing this early, didn't work out in his favor. Oh, well, maybe not this exact maneuver, it seems. Oh no, this ain't good. This ain't good. Power bomb on the apron. The hardest part of the whole damn ring. And the Elite are taking it to Adam Page and Adam Cole at this moment. I don't even know how Adam Page is honestly moving at this point. He should be desperately trying to get a tag to Adam Cole here. And now he's trying to go high risk. That's not going to work out. Now he's trying to get the damn crowd behind him. I don't even know if that's going to work. Big clubbing blow that takes down Page. And now, great job by Nick Jackson. Going to go for the pinfall attempt here. But no, strong kick out from Adam Page. I would have believed if, Adam Page had to, not kick out, I would have understood it, especially after eating that power bomb to the apron. Adam Cole now going to try to put away Nick Jackson. Jackson up to his feet, though. Agility shown on display here between both men. Back and forth we go. And a big time drop kick. But, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great night so far. We've seen Wardlow take on Bryan Danielson. That was a heck of a matchup, but Wardlow ends up beating Bryan Danielson. As well as we saw Sonya Deville and Zoe Stark. Zoe Stark won, but Chelsea Green would beat her down after the matchup. Then, after the matchup, we'd hear from Piper Niven and a 2.9 kick out there. And a little bit of a blowing of a kiss to the Young Bucks there. Oh no, what a bad suicide dive from Adam Cole. So next week we got Piper Niven and Zoe Stark to take on the team of Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green, as well as recently we just witnessed Tiffany Stratton get past Roxanne Perez. So looking back and forth we go here at ringside as, oh my goodness, a standing Spanish fly. Making that look oh so easy. This matchup is breaking down, and that is not in a good way here. This is not even your main event. It very well could have been. Just how damn good these two teams are. We'll get back to an 8 count. Uh-oh. Adam Page was about to eat something very, very bad, but Adam Cole got back in here at the right time and connects with an impressive DDT there to Nick Jackson. In the corner now, what does Adam Cole have in store here? Oh, big super kick takes out the left knee. Oh, we've seen this before. Panama Sunrise from Adam Cole. Is this it? One. No. Matt breaks it up, keeping this matchup going a little bit longer. And Adam Cole feeling like he is just very close to becoming the new #1 contenders. Now they are hoping that Adam Page can put down the Young Bucks here. Uh-oh. Oh, look at this. Package pile driver. Dropping Adam Page on his head. Adam Page is in trouble. The Young Bucks could be moments away from walking out victorious. Are they going to go with another one? Do it once. Why not twice? Adam Page, yeah, and I was going to say, why not go for the pinfall? Kind of see where he's at. But that adrenaline flowing through the Cowboy, and he's able to kick out at 1. Oh, and he puts Matt Jackson on his ass, turning him inside out. But now, rightfully so, he should have kept his eyes on Nick Jackson. Big old scoop slam to the outside. That would definitely help do some damage to that lower back especially. And so, oh my goodness, what a knee. Not every day you see a brutal knee like that, but you sure got showcased it front and center right in front of you. Both these men need to get back inside the ring to avoid a count out here. Referee is at a 7. Uh-oh. Oh, the strength, the power, no. Oh, taking out the left knee. Both men. Oh, big drop kick. Uh-oh, are we going to have ourselves a count out? No, we do not. Saved at the very last second. And a big old back suplex connects there. Adam Page had something in mind there, it seemed like, but he seems like he wants to hit a Death Valley driver to Mr. Nick Jackson. And now Cole's going to get the tag in here. Can Adam Cole put away Adam Cole, or I should say Matt and Nick Jackson, pardon me. Nice suplex there. Now Adam Cole with those big right hands right to the temple. Big tag here. That big fight field tonight. This is all for the opportunity to be next in line for those NXT Tag Team Championships. And it continues to see Adam Page really not sure on what he wants to do here. That could cost them this tag team matchup. Uh-oh. Are we going to see some OC stuff? Yes, we are. Magic Killer to Adam Page. But look at Adam Page. Ring awareness. Rolling out of the ring. Adam Page has been wrestling for a very long time and certainly realizes when the time is right to, roll out the ring. And certainly with them being in trouble at this exact moment, why not? Could have been moments away from losing that matchup. And certainly NXT Takeover Halloween Havoc is definitely going to be a spooky one, but a certainly big time matchup after big time matchup live coming up there at Halloween Havoc there in Boston, Massachusetts. Plus is Adam Page back in the ring here. Going to look to finally put this match away and finally get their first ever NXT Tag Team Championship matchup here in the series. But it is not going to be easy. Whoever wins this matchup is going to be in for a tough test there against Pretty Deadly as a big time double back body drop. And Adam Page again trying to roll out the way. That's just veteran presence right there. It's a big spear, takes down Adam Page again. But ladies and gentlemen, we have plenty of big, oh my god, what a DDT spiking Adam Cole. Jesus. And now a Frankensteiner to put it on top. Jesus. Certainly shows you guys why the Elite are the best of the best in tag team action. Jesus, man. But NXT TakeOver, we have plenty of big time matches from top to bottom. A lot of underrated matches as well. The matchup I'm really looking forward to is the Unification Tag Team Women's matchup between Toxic Attraction and the winner of Becky and Asuka, or the team of Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. They'll make a trip to NXT TakeOver. Certainly, it's going to be a hell of a matchup, and I can't wait to really see how that goes. Referee's at a 9, has to get himself back in the ring here to avoid a countout. The Undisputed Era pick up the win. And look at those big clenching blows. It's still happening. The Young Bucks could not get back in the ring in time. Young Bucks getting beaten down there. But what a big time win as you see the Magic Killer to the Undisputed Era. But Adam Cole and Adam Page will be going live. Let's look at that countout victory. But Adam Cole and Adam Page have got their first shot against Pretty Deadly Coming up live at NXT Takeover Halloween Havoc, how will Pretty Deadly deal with this dangerous alliance of Adam Cole and Adam Page? I thought the Undisputed Era was supposed to be good boy, but you guys are no boy. You guys have no chance against us. Yes, we haven't had too many tag team matches ever since winning the NXT Tag Team Championships, but we're completely fine with that. We're well rested, and we'll be ready for you at Halloween Havoc. Yes, boy. You know what, Kit? It's a damn shame that Adam Cole has to relive his old days, the Undisputed Era. He's calling his tag team with Adam Page the new Undisputed Era, like he thinks he's going to go anywhere on this brand. With us here in NXT, you ain't doing a damn thing. Yes, boy. Yes, boy. Yes, boy. Adam Cole, you should just change your tag team name from the Undisputed Era to Pretty Dead, because that's what Undisputed Era is. Pretty dead. No Roderick, no Kyle, no Bobby Fish, and you gotta bring in someone like Adam Page that thinks he's done everything on the independents, but he comes here and hasn't done anything. But just like you, Adam Cole, you're just not gonna be panning out. You're just gonna be too short and not being able to get it done. There at Halloween Havoc, you're gonna be hearing this, and still your NXT Tag Team Champions, Pretty Deadly. Yes, boy. Yes, boy. Yes, boy. The Yes Boys are certainly pretty mouthy. I cannot wait to see Undisputed Era take on Pretty Deadly for those NXT Tag Team Championships. Pretty Deadly running their mouth. Will Undisputed Era be able to put them in their place? It's a shame it ended in a count-out victory, but hey, you know, it's definitely something in the future. You could see the Young Bucks and Undisputed Era go at it once again. But here comes your NXT North American Champion. This man is going to have a tough test in a couple weeks when he defends his NXT North American Championship against Mustafa Ali in a career versus championship matchup. If Christian Cage wins, Mustafa Ali will no longer have a WWE career. But if Mustafa Ali wins, he is NXT North American Champion. Christian, ever since coming to NXT, and that partnership with the Rusev has been pretty great for him. And for Christian's matchup, I mean, he's had a tough test to even get that North American Championship around his waist. He had a battle, a little bit of a rivalry with Jon Moxley, a little bit of a title exchange between both men, but eventually Christian Cage would outsmart Jon Moxley and become NXT North American Champion. And ever since then, he's been pretty dominant as champion in singles action or in tag team action. And the last big championship defense Rusev had was at the latest NXT Takeover pay-per-view that we had last month there, or I should say a couple months back. Rusev took on Madcap Moss at that time, and it was a bigger matchup for Rusev than what he expected. But Rusev ended up walking out still the NXT United Kingdom champion. And I don't know who's going to be able to knock him off. I mean, certainly Sting has to be the guy, if anything. It's going to be coming up very, very soon. I mean, it's like we said, we heard Sting. He said going to try to get to WrestleMania week, and we'll see how that's going to fare for the Icon. Maybe if he's able to knock off Rusev, he could hold that championship for a very long time too. You just don't know how much more the Stinger has left in him, but it is going to be a tough ass test for Sting, man. You got the Redeemer, Rusev, and Sting. Sting's going to have to think of something out of his hat, the bag of tricks, something to beat Rusev. And I think this is the perfect Halloween pay-per-view, this Halloween Havoc pay-per-view, where all the stuff that's going to go down, you know, he's going to have to get creative. Like you see in all those Halloween movies, you see the creativity, the storylines, everything like that. Sting is going to have to think of something to bring down the Bulgarian brute Rusev, the first ever Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner. As now here comes the man, the myth, the legend himself, MJF. The one that will be challenging for Kenny Omega's NXT Championship live there at Halloween Havoc. MJF, he's shown how low he can be by attacking Kenny Omega when face to face, or even just talk to him when they're not face to face. But this is going to be a big time moment. MJF has defeated Kenny Omega once before. That was way before Kenny Omega was, to where he's at now. Certainly Kenny Omega's been on a streak of sorts, but certainly this is going to be a pivotal matchup here. I mean, we have seen Kenny Omega lose to Rusev recently, so Kenny Omega can lose at times. Certainly may not be 100% still, but this going to be MJF's moment. Will we have a new era in NXT? Will it be MJF, or will it be Kenny Omega still being your NXT champion? And now here comes your NXT champion, Kenny Omega. The one that wanted an NXT Takeover Heatwave, ladies and gentlemen, inside of an Elimination Chamber. Be his first major championship defense at a pay-per-view. He has defended his championship after winning that. He took on Kenny Omega took on CM Punk, and we know how all that ended, with Wade Barrett getting involved with the distraction, and the rest is history. I'm really looking forward to this matchup. The cleaner Kenny Omega taking on MJF. Certainly going to be a banger of a main event coming your guys' way very, very soon. Just in a couple weeks' time, the build-up is there. The tension is there as well. The sold-out capacity crowd here in Orlando, Florida is absolutely eating this up. And maybe we'll get an MJF, Kenny Omega start-up in this matchup, but, well, I'm sure we all know how Kenny Omega, or I should say how MJF is. Certainly, he's not going to want to get in the matchup unless his opponent is down and out where he can take him down. As now here comes the man that challenges Christian Cage, Mustafa Ali. This man believes this is his opportunity to change things here on NXT and bring that bright light that he wants to do, that change that NXT desperately needs. Mustafa Ali believes he's the man that will carry NXT into the future. And I believe Mustafa Ali, I mean, he's went through 3 big-time superstars. I know we address it every time he comes out here, but those guys he went through were not easy, especially that last one being Samoa Joe. So it seems like every time you bring this guy down, he comes back firing on every single cylinder. And I think maybe he could be the man to knock off Christian for the NXT North American Championship. If not, I don't really know who could be next, honestly. It sounds like Tony D'Angelo wants to go after that NXT Championship, so certainly that kind of rules out. Obviously, Tony D'Angelo, if you guys are new, he won the NXT Breakout Tournament, so he'll be able to get a NXT Championship matchup whenever he believes it's right. As now here comes your challenger for the United Kingdom Championship, the Icon Sting. This man last year at WrestleMania went toe-to-toe with The Undertaker, but The Undertaker defeated Sting. A good back-and-forth matchup. Shorter matchup than usual, but it did get the job done. Could you imagine what the facelift could do at NXT Takeover Halloween Havoc, where Sting goes to that pay-per-view and knocks off the Bulgarian Brute? How crazy that would be. Definitely would change the landscape for sure here in NXT. And coming up, ladies and gentlemen, after we get to Halloween Havoc, we set our eyes live on the NXT Takeover War Games pay-per-view. We'll get more news and information on that. That will be the first ever NXT Takeover pay-per-view, ladies and gentlemen. Certainly going to be something that the series, I wouldn't say desperately needs, but a change of pace, and certainly will change the dynamic of all three brands when participating. This looks like Christian Cage and Kenny Omega kick us off here. Referee ringing the bell. Here we go. North American champion coming out here red hot right now, coming right after Mr. Kenny Omega. And Rusev, he took it right to Kenny Omega. That was a hell of a matchup. And also we saw MJF and Rusev go at it, and MJF survived Rusev. So, you know, maybe it's just different styles that both men have, but it tells you that MJF can at least survive the Bulgarian Brute, but Kenny Omega couldn't. So look at Omega gonna work on those eyes and maybe really pinch that nose. And this is what I'm really looking forward to. Mustafa Ali and Christian here. And oh, look at that. The height on that bad boy. And Ali trying to get him to stop, but here comes MJF. Oh, look at this. Look at that maneuver. Mustafa Ali. Look at him pinfall real quickly. Can he steal it? No. MJF. Gonna take a second to get the hell out of there. And look at Ali again trying to get... Oh, we get a big old cheap shot there to Christian. Certainly Ali's going to do everything in his power to get his hands on Christian after what Mustafa Ali had to do just to even get to this point where he's at right here. As big old back suplex there for MJF. Not only is that back suplex going to hurt the back, but it's going to hurt that arm too with him in that position. We could have a bunch of new champions, ladies and gentlemen, at NXT Takeover. You know, certainly the opportunity is there for writing itself there. Let's look at Ali trying to survive. Big haymaker there from Mustafa Ali. Trying to keep himself in this matchup as long as he can before he might have to get a tag. Oh, going for that spinning corkscrew uppercut. Didn't work out in his favor, and MJF makes him pay early on here. Ali trying to get the tag. Yes, here we go. MJF and Sting. If you guys remember a couple months ago, we saw Sting and MJF have a thing going back and forth a couple weeks type of thing in that situation, and MJF would be putting through a table. Put MJF through a damn table. He was not playing around with Sting that night. As MJF with a STO mandible claw there momentarily. So certainly there's some unfinished business between MJF and Sting if they ever want to rekindle what occurred between both men. Back in the corner here. Oh, this is what we love to see. Kenny Omega, MJF here. A little taste of what we're going to get for the NXT Championship live there at Halloween Havoc in Boston, Massachusetts. We were supposed to go to Salem, Massachusetts, but the venue had to change at the last second, so we were able to go down to Boston and get ourselves a big-time venue for that pay-per-view. Let's look at Kenny Omega. No! Mustafa Ali not reading the room there, and he wants to get himself some MJF. I believe he's just trying to help out Kenny Omega, but certainly Kenny Omega was trying to go high risk there, and maybe that saves Kenny Omega maybe any embarrassment in the terms of maybe he was going to miss out on that maneuver, but certainly, you know, would have loved to see what Kenny Omega may have had in store for MJF. MJF making this look easy on the icon. Sting certainly getting up there in age, but he could certainly win his first championship coming up in a couple weeks' time. It's a massive suplex there. Ladies and gentlemen, we are just officially 3 weeks away from NXT Takeover. Halloween Havoc continues to build up. Massive matches have been in store. We officially got the Undisputed ERA against Pretty Deadly coming our way. We know the NXT Women's Championship matchup. It will be Tiffany Stratton taking on Cora Jade. Should be a very hot matchup there, and just in the terms of both women are in the hottest parts of their career right now. They're both on hot streaks, and we'll see how they fare as Sting gonna go for the Scorpion Deathlock here, flips him over. Will MJF have to tap out? Ali trying to take out the other superstars, but he wasn't able to take out Christian. Oh, but Sting will do it himself here, it seems, with a big old head suplex. Besides Tiffany Stratton and Cora Jade, you got Piper Niven taking on Sonya Deville at NXT Takeover. And also, you got to get ourselves a gauntlet matchup where Wardlow will be taking on all 3 members of the Blackpool Combat Club. As well as we already mentioned the big, massive matchup of NXT Champion MJF, or I should say NXT Champion Kenny Omega takes on MJF. It's the double cross there from MJF. Is that enough to put away the Icon? No, Sting able to kick out at 2.5. Like we mentioned before, Rusev takes on Sting. That's a massive matchup. Christian and Mustafa Ali. You know, the matchups go on and on, man. It's going to be a massive night. Scorpion Death Drop to Rusev. And is that what we're going to see at TakeOver? No, Rusev kicks out. Christian face-to-face with Kenny Omega. Doesn't realize Sting is right there. And he tosses the North American champion right outside the ring. This would be, honestly, a perfect opportunity for Sting to try to wear down Rusev even more before their pivotal United Kingdom Championship matchup in just a couple weeks' time, as Omega gets the tag. I'm sure Kenny Omega would love to get himself some hands more on Rusev here after losing to Rusev just recently here on NXT a couple weeks back. Just because you're champion doesn't mean you're guaranteed to wins, man. It's a tough slate out there. There's a jumping knee strike, catches the champion. So look at this. Oh my goodness, what a brain buster. Spiking Christian on his head. That has to be it. No, Christian kicks out. North American champion not going to go down without a fight. And here comes Mustafa Ali. Another opportunity to see what we're going to get in just a couple weeks' time. Ali would certainly love to put Christian in this place. Christian going to put the NXT champion in his place. Just before Mustafa Ali would be able to get his hands on him. This has been a barn burner of a matchup, ladies and gentlemen. This week is going to be very, very strong. Not only we got NXT this week, we got Friday Night SmackDown, the go-home show before we get to the Night of Champions Premium Live event. Going to be a massive, massive Night of Champions. Cannot wait to really see where we go as Christian laying out Mustafa Ali. Christian taking out Omega as well. Christian trying to take out Ali there. Didn't work out momentarily. Big running knee as well. Christian's like, I'm done. I'm done playing around with Mustafa Ali. And now, oh, look at MJF catching the high flyer Mustafa Ali. And of course he's going to rub it in all of our faces. Why not? Oh, going for that clothesline. He took way too much time to set up that clothesline, and Ali made him pay for it. Not too sure what Ali was thinking there. Went out to the apron thinking about something, but obviously MJF was just way too far away to really set up anything. It's a nice drop kick, takes down MJF. Be ashamed to see MJF, this young talented superstar, again fall up a bit short. He already knows how Kenny Omega is in the ring. He's defeated him once. Can he do it twice live there at the pay-per-view? Big Enziguri turning MJF inside out. This might be Ali's moment if he can somehow grab MJF before grabbing the corner. But here comes the Redeemer, Rusev. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Ali was ready for him, almost like a different variation of a triangle choke here to Rusev. I don't know if Rusev has had too much damage done to him. They're in the middle of that ring. Nowhere to go here. Down goes whoever was in the corner there. Ali has Rusev right where he wants him. But Rusev, oh my goodness, a clubbing blow to the temple. This matchup is breaking down, ladies and gentlemen, here at ringside. It's going to get only worse from here. Trying to go for that super kick. Rusev misses out. And Ali going to try to capitalize. Oh, nice. Almost like a different variation of a Russian leg sweep there from Ali. Once again, with the tag, here comes Kenny Omega. Type of matchup, it can go anywhere, any place it feels like. Oh, nice eye rake there from Kenny Omega. I don't condone the eye rake necessarily, but Sometimes you got to play dirty when you're playing up against a dirty team like Rusev, Christian, and MJF. And here comes the Icon Sting as it is turn to put away Rusev here. Sting high risk. Oh no. MJF trying to get the upper hand on Sting here. Sting didn't take it, and Sting hits that flying crossbody. Pinfall opportunity, but Christian right there to break it up. What a main event this has been, ladies and gentlemen. Like we mentioned, all 6 superstars as a Scorpion death drop. Scorpion death drop. Hold on to my thought there. Is that it? No, Christian breaks it up. It's like I was mentioning, all 6 superstars will be going to Halloween Havoc. Only imagine how physical that pay-per-view is going to be, and certainly one of the better pay-per-views in a very long time. At least with the bigger names, the build-up for sure, certainly. But no matter what, these NXT superstars put everything on the line for you guys every single night. As Rusev coming right after the champion. Big running super kick. That honestly could steal the matchup. Oh, I was thinking for a second after that kick. Kenny Omega was taking a sweet time to kick out there, but the art of storytelling is another big boot to the temple. And Rusev looking for the accolade in the corner. Probably not the best idea to do it in the corner of your opponent, but that's how ballsy Rusev is as Christian gets taken out of the equation. Matchup has been very brutal from the get-go, and it's only going to get worse for both sides. And of course, Rusev going to get the tag to MJF. MJF certainly wants to take this right now. No, come on. You don't need to flip us off. We didn't do anything to you. And Omega gonna try to, he's gonna make him pay here. Omega down goes MJF. 2, 3, yes. Kenny Omega pins MJF. You love to see it. And that very well could be the result coming up at the premium live event known as NXT Takeover Halloween Havoc. So that double cross to Sting earlier on tonight, but back and forth it went. But right here, down goes MJF. Perfect. And we're not going to hear the end of this from MJF about this loss, but a big win for the team of Mustafa Ali, Kenny Omega, and Sting. Can these 3 superstars walk out of the premium live event coming up in a couple weeks' time victorious? Hopefully they will, but we know how everything goes. Anything can happen. Thank you so much for joining me tonight.